Hello everybody, we're going to continue the classless subnetting for class C. We saw earlier how we going to borrow the 1 bit, the example for the 1 bit borrowing, and CIDR going to become slash 25, and it's going to split in between the two network, their network ID, how many host each network, and what are the range for the valid host, what will be the broadcast IP, and subnet marks. So we check, if you want to check previous video you can go through. We have explained how we going to borrow 1 bit and followed to the second 2 bits. So we saw the example for CIDR slash 20 and so on, all the examples in the previous video you can follow. The same example we're going to follow 192.168.0.0, and we're going to continue borrow the 3 bit and then 4 bit, and we will see the detailed example for. So let's start with the, if I'm going to borrow the 3 bit, so let's quickly revise. We have 8 bit each octet. We have interested octet is the last octet, and each octet we have 8 bit. In that, out of 8 bit we going to borrow 1 bit. Now we going to see today, if we borrow 3 bit, what going to we have. So you know we have 3 octet with the previous network, that is from 24 bit, and we going to borrow 3 bit, then 24 plus 3 is going to be slash 27. So your CIDR, classless interdomain routing value, going to be slash 27. Okay, this will depend upon how many bit added in the net. So how many bit we extra added into the network? 3 bit. So if we add the 3 bit, by the bit calculation we going to see how we going to calculate the network. So we borrow the 3 bit, this 3 bit, what will be the combination of 3 bit? So we have 0 0 0 0 0 1, second combination, third combination 0 1 0, fourth combination, sorry, this will be 0 1 1, fifth combination 1 0 0, then followed the same way 1 0 1 1 1 0, and then we have 1, this will be 1. So we have this total 8 combination. If you see, this is the entire 8 combination. So it's the 8 combination, then we have 8 network. So I'm going to update this is as network. We borrow the 3 bit, we saw the combination of 0 to 7, 8 network. Now how many bit do we have in host? So remaining we left with the 5 bit. So 5 bit, so let's write down. So for min smaller value of 5 bit going to be this 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 4 5 bit. So this will be the smallest value of the 5 bit, and this will be the highest value of the 5 bit. Okay, so the 5 bit, if you going to, so 2 to the power 5, it is the numeric value 32, and this network contain 32 value. Out of that, 2 IP going to be 414 network ID, and another for Network ID, again all the bit, the 0 for host, that's the first one, lowest IP, and the highest IP going to give you the broadcast. That's all the bit hold as a one. Okay, so let's check it out. Let's update. So we have total how many host each network. So we saw the 32 minus 2, we have valid 32 host in each network, and we have 8 network. Every network we have 30 host IP, and 2 IP we have reserved for each network, that is for network IP and the host IP. Sorry. So how do I get the network IP? Lowest IP going to be, or first IP going to be my network, that's all 00 host part, and 111 highest going to be my broadcast. So we're going to calculate first for the all the network IP. We will see that. So we're going to do the combination with the this 00. So let's do that combination and we will see what is the network with. So first network, if all the zeros, if you see, this is the first, if all the zeros going to come, so first network we can easily identify that whatever the example, first network, that is 0192.168. So this will be 192.168.0.0, this part calculated from this. Now if we will calculate it again, the second network, so this going to give them all the zeros here 1. So this bit value, to remember the bit value, so easily we will get 32. Second bit position 64 is all the zeros. If you see all the zeros, same way this 64 plus 32 92, because all the bit again 0, this is the fourth, and the same way all the bit will be the 0, then this will be the 128, and the same way all the bit 0, 128 plus 32, that will be 160, and next we have all the zeros, this 2 bit going to be enabled, so 128 plus 64, that is 190, and the last is, so you know the subnet, that's subnet table, so all the 3 bit is there, so 128 plus 64 plus 32, that will be 24. So we have, this is the my network, we have this many network. Let's update this network in this. So my first IP, or my first network IP 192.168.0.0, second will be 192. So we're going to update this as 32, again 192 dot, this bit, this will be 64, then again we have 192 dot 168.0 dot, sorry, this will be 96, this will be 96, calculation mistake, this the third one will be 96, and this, And then come to next, we have 192.168.0 dot, we have 120, then followed 192.168.0 dot, we have 16, then we have 192.160.19, and last one 190 192.168, and that's is my eighth. So we have total 8 network, and my subnet marks going to be the part of the last IP last of it. So my subnet marks will be same 255.255.5.22. So this will be my, so we have done this, and same way we have, I'm going to copy this and we'll change the broadcast IP accordingly. So what will be the broadcast IP? I'm going to type in the last one. This will be 31. So how do you calculate? Let's see the calculation first. Then we will move to the, so I'm going to erase this part. This is 00 part, and let's erase this part also, and we're going to calculate. Now instead of 0, we will bring the 111. So all the ones, so all the 5 1, the host bit going to be 111. So if so all the one, the what is the position 32 ones complement going to be happy 31. So this will be dot. Same way next, this all the ones complement of 64, so dot 63. Then same way 1 1 1 1, so it's going to be 31 ones complement, and this is 64. This will give you 95.95, because this is 3 and this is going to be 95. So 64 and this 9. Same way we will do keep on. And there is one more method. If you have the host name network IP, then -1 is going to be the previous broadcast IP. Let me show you what I want to. You can calculate bitwise, and post calculation of bitwise you can easily calculate this way. So this is dot 31 is -1 from the network IP for the previous broadcast IP. Means for broadcast IP you going to add 1, it will get the next network IP, or if you do the -1 from network IP, you will get the previous broadcast IP. So if I will do -1 from 64, 63 going to be previous broadcast IP. So there is multiple way you can calculate this, just follow all the things so that you can able to calculate quickly. So we have this, and this going to be 127 my broadcast IP. Then same way we will going to 160 here, so we will get my broadcast IP 159. Same way next level we have 192, so my broadcast IP going to be 191 for the previous net. And then we have 192 224 minus 1, that going to give me 3, and this will be the last IP of the broadcast IP2. That is, and the subnet mask will be going to be same. So this is way we can calculate the network, all the 8 network having. This is the 30 host. What are the 30 host? You can see 192.1 and starting from here, and it will into the 30 is going to into 3G0. That will the same way we're going to calculate my first IP 192.168 dot. This is the 33, and the last IP same way we can going to calculate. This is my 62. So one IP before the last valid host, the first valid. Same way we're going to complete this. Let me do the one more calculation of the last network 192.168.0.225 will be the my network IP, and then 192.168.0.0.254 will be the my valid host. Now, apart from this here, so this is the first network, this is second network, third network, total we have 8 network. So you should able to calculate the number of network, how many we have. So this is the tedious method. This is the way we can calculate the table wise, and you can practice for the 4-bit. So same way we have combination of bit wise. So I'm going to teach you the how, and next class we're going to see the how shortcut we're going to calculate. No need to calculate in this way. If I'm going to ask you what will be my 4th network, so you have to make entire table and you have to identify this is your 4th network. Okay, and what will be my network ID for 4. So we will see by the calculation method of bit wise we are able to achieve without creating this table. In the next class we're going to see how to get the any IP not from class C. You can see this is a very tedious process for doing class C. If you go for the 2 octet for interesting octet, you go for 3 octet for interesting octet, it's going to be very tedious job to creating table and identify the for any network IP or valid host IP. Okay, so we're going to see the process by which identify the valid host or network IP or broadcast IP, or which number of network do we have. See you in next class. Thank you so much. Bye bye.